spark now. Alright, so like I said, it was that sensor. Everything goes to plan. We have spark. Fresh plug in it. Gas. Gas is on. We're actually not leaking gas anymore, from what I can tell, which is good. Maybe a little bit, but I'll get a new gasket on it. So, alright. Let's see. It wants to. Check it. Way too rich. Way too rich. Whew. Dang. So yeah, I think it's just way too rich. All right, so just a little update for you guys. I checked the timing on the YFZ and it was off. I believe it was backwards, or at least the intake cam was backwards. So it was not making any sort of compression at all. I did a compression test on it with that kit over there. It was making no compression, and it wasn't right. It was firing and it would just shoot a big fireball out the exhaust when it got a ton of fuel, and it was just flooding it out. So check the timing. Timing is, I'm 99% sure it's correct now. That was my first time timing the bike, actually. So everything's good, I believe. I'm going to throw the gas tank back on it, and then put some gas in it and see if it fires up. If it doesn't fire up, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but that is the update for you guys. Oh, also, while I put that on, I also took the front plastics off and I disabled the throttle sensor in the wiring harness. I just bypassed it. I made a little wire there, a jumper wire. I don't know if you can see right there. So that should be out of the equation now. I know for a fact we have spark. I tested for spark again today. I shocked the crap out of myself, so I know we're good there. I put a fresh plug in it and I'm about to put some fresh gas in it. And I've already checked the oil, so we're good there. So let's put this gas tank on and see if it'll fire up. All right, everything's put back together. Let me throw on the gas. Battery's charging. There we go. Let's throw in the light on real quick. So we're going to reserve. We're on. Let that float, or let that carburetor get some fuel. I'm gonna sit you guys down right here on the little homemade stand. Hopefully y'all don't fall. I'm a lot more nervous for this one. A lot more nervous for this one. Let me get the gas cap. Moment of truth. Let's see. So, key on. Gonna give it a few. Oh, let me hook up the throttle. One sec. Choke it. I heard life. Oh. I think it's a little rich. Let's see. It wants it. I think it's really rich, but that's more hitting than it did last time, so we've made progress. Let's try that. open a little bit. Let's give it some idle. Needs a little bit of idle. Just a little bit. Yes! Let's freaking go. Oh, I'm so happy. Alright, I'm playing around with the idle for a little bit. Let's see if that did anything. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a little YFZ update. This is the day after the first start. What I didn't show you guys after that video, because I just went inside and got done because I was freaking exhausted. I had worked all day. I didn't show you that the fan, for one, was not kicking on. And two, it's got a couple of oil leaks around the clutch cover and everything that I'm going to have taken care of. But, so I've been diagnosing this fan issue for give or take 4 hours or so. It was bright when I started, and now it's not, as you can see. Ignore the shop mess. It's a little gross right now, but we'll take care of that later. So let me show you guys what the actual issue is. It's a weird one. I've never seen this before. So if you come up to the front of the harness, and keep in mind this is a brand new Vito's harness. I've never heard anything bad about these harnesses. I know Michael Sabo has used a few of them, and I know a couple other people who have used them on YouTube, and they've always ran great. So I was a little confused on what was going on. This was the issue. So it's got brand new sensors in it. Now right now I taken them out just to test them. They're over there. They're sitting on they're right there. They're sitting on the toolbox. But the issue was the fan. It would only run with the key off. Even with the bike being hot, when the key was off, it would not run. It would only run with the key off if I jumped these wires here. So this is the fan switch wire, like the sensor wire for when it gets hot. You would have to turn the key on and jump these two connectors, then the fan would come on, which makes 0 sense. And before that, I had tested the fan turns on good, everything like that. I was a little confused. So I did some digging. I checked all my wiring, triple checked, quadruple checked, all the things, you know, wiring things. Yes, I know this does not have a connector on it. It goes to the clutch, but quadruple checked everything. And the issue ended up being I don't know yet. This is just my theory. because I don't have another one to test right now. But the issue ended up being in the factory kill switch. So let me show you guys over there what I think the issue was. So if you take a look over here with me, the factory kill switch, it looked untampered with because it only had a little piece of electrical tape like there and there, and I thought maybe it was from the factory or something like that, because I didn't see the tears or anything in it that are in there now. But what I think happened is the setup that this had on it before was on a switch, or one of the two bikes. I know one of the bikes was on a switch and the other one was, the fan just didn't work, I think he said. But I found the issue here. Took apart the factory key switch. I traced the wires all the way back to here and nothing would work. So I pulled this apart, and as you can see, well, the first indicator of what I saw was this here. I pulled the end of this off and I saw that, which is the fan wire on the harness. So I was like, I'm gonna pull this apart a little more, and boom, this is what we found right here. This is going directly back to the kill switch, which this is the fan wire on the factory harness. It's a yellow wire with a red stripe, and I will go confirm that in the book right now. I want to confirm that just to make sure. But this is what I think the problem is an actual kill wire or a power wire or something going into the switch here has been spliced into this fan wire, which don't ask me why. I'm assuming that they had some type of wire that was coming off of here that maybe ran it off the headlight switch or something. Like when you clicked on this switch, it would turn the fan on. But yeah, that's what I think our issue is. I'm just gonna have to order a new Yamaha actual kill switch just to see. But yeah, that's what I think the issue is. Let me pull the let me go grab the owner's manual and we'll see if that wire is the fan wire. This was at Will's house before we first started the bike. The factory throttle position sensor, this had been cut off. We robbed it off of another carburetor and used these factory connectors here, or the factory connector, and then connected it, just twisted it in just to see if that would work, because I'm going to shorten these wires and actually clean it up a little bit in the electrical table and do all that. But this is the reason we didn't have spark. So if you don't have this, I believe it doesn't control timing 100% correctly, like from idle to partial throttle. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain it's what it does. And if you don't have anything connected at all at this switch, it won't have any spark. So as soon as we connected that, it had spark, so it was good there. That was the other issue, but that's what I'm dealing with on the YFZ right now. I have yet to put these on, which you guys haven't seen. Some Hauser Racing 0.5 XE long travel A-arms. I've got some Elka shocks over there that are going to go on it that I'm going to have to get rebuilt eventually, but you know, in due time. But yeah, so the YFC is coming along. I just got some parts I got to order, so just be patient here. We'll get it running here soon. But thanks for sticking in and watching all these videos. Appreciate y'all. Well, it's been a couple days. I've been doing a little bit of digging. So you guys know how I said I thought the issue was in the actual, where'd you call it? This key switch here, wherever I set it. This here. This key switch here. I thought it was, or this kill switch, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be this, which I did some more looking at the wiring diagram. And after, when I took that video, I thought the wires were just different because the wiring harness was different on this. It's brand new Vito's versus OEM. Those wires did not end up matching up anyway. So I did some digging on some forums and I posted a couple things on some Carb YFZ groups on Facebook. And big shout out to those groups because they helped me a lot, hopefully. Because they told me that they've had the same issue, and what fixed it was actually the wrong year key switch for this bike, which I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but I went ahead and ordered one anyway because I have nothing else to lose at this point. They said continuity would be wrong on the newer 06 and up key switches versus the 04, 05, which they are different. These key switches are different. I will show you that in a second, but that's what I found out. And I also went ahead and ordered a new temperature sensor just in case that other one was bad, which I don't think it is, but you never know. So this is what we found, or this is what I've got. This is just a cheapy Amazon key switch or kill switch. I've actually got the same one on the Raptor. It works great. That one right there, same brand. I've never had any issues out of it. But here's the key switches. So this is the brand new one I just bought, and as you can see, it's a very short wire, and it's only got 4 wires coming off of it, whereas this one still has 4 wires, but you can see it's a lot longer, and it has this thing in it. I don't know if that was added after the fact. It doesn't look like it. It looks OEM to me. Maybe someone added some electrical tape on it, which I can take it off and take a look and see, but I'm fairly certain this switch is factory because it doesn't look tampered with or anything like that. So that's what I'm thinking it is. That's what I'm thinking the problem is anyway. So we're gonna put this new key switch on. I'm gonna jump the wires and see if that was the issue. Hopefully it was. We'll know in just a minute. I also got this. It is a clutch or a neutral light. I'm sorry. I didn't have one on this bike. It didn't come with the wiring harness that I had in there, or Vito's harness. So if you do order Vito's harness, you will have to get that. But there's a little prong on the other side of the motor. It is over here, which I still need to fix this. I still need to wire that. I just haven't had time. But it is right there, if you can see it, right where my finger's pointing, right there. That's the neutral sensor. That just tells you when the bike is in neutral. So we've got that. Hopefully this will fix our issue now. I'm going to put it on there, put the switch on there, put the kill switch on there, jump the wires, see if that fixes it. If it doesn't fix it, I don't know. But I think I was wrong with the wiring and my other reasoning, which if that was good, I'll tape that one back up and keep it as a spare just in case. Or I might put it back on there, I don't know. But we'll see in a minute. All right, so I've got the key switch on right here, and I've got the new kill switch on. It's just hanging up there. So this is the fan. That's the headlight. This is the fan wire. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to grab a piece of wire, jump it, see if it cuts on now with the key on. It shouldn't cut on with the key off. It should cut on with the key on like that. So I'm gonna do that real quick and see if it does that. And don't mind that coolant leak. I swapped temperature sensors just to see with an old one, and that O-ring's bad. So it's just leaking a little bit, but I'll change that out here in a little bit. So we will get this in there and see if it fixes our issue. All right, that was the issue. So if I get this and touch these wires together, you'll see that the fan should come on if I can do it with one hand. Sorry, it's gonna be kind of tricky to do this with one hand because the wire is not actually small enough to fit in there. But it should. Yep, see? There it goes. So keys on. We got fan now. So thanks to the guys at on the Facebook group for helping me out with that, because that's awesome. That made my night. So really big thanks to them. I'm super happy that we have a good group of guys that will help out and help other people out that have never worked on this platform before. So super big shout out to them.
Now we the coldest, I'm on 10 with my woadies. Shout out my homies, we gon' ball for them trophies. Like they can't hold me, thinking God, I've been chosen. Go through the motions all them times, I was hopeless. Now we the coldest. Look,
what I've been trying to tell y'all since like 1-3. Got my soul up in the trunk, get my car, got the key. Spirit trying to talk.